Today I'm going to bring you a very recent message I received from the avatar Babaji, also known as the Yogi Christ of India. Now this is the Babaji who was the guru of Lahiri Mahasaya, who it all leads up to Yogananda, Sri Yukteswar being his guru. But you can read about this Babaji in this book, Autobiography of a Yogi. Now, to give you a little background before I bring you the message, and I was really surprised that Babaji popped up. But every morning of my life, I journal. I've done it for years and years and years, and I take an hour or so to be quiet, and if any messages comes, that's great. If they don't, I might just write about my wild and crazy dreams. But the night before, I had been reading some spiritual books. And so the next morning I journaled. Well, when I read these spiritual books, and I bet you felt like this too, I feel like they're so holy and advanced. And don't worry, I'm going to get to the Babaji thing. Just hold on. They would never do the things I do. I'm talking about the holy people who wrote the books. Yogananda would probably never do the things I do. I bet you would never see them dancing nasty on the dance floor, or having a glass of wine, or really great sex maybe. So then my sister, the Divine Mother, comes in and says, "Laugh and play, my sister. Are you forgetting that Source is experiencing life through you? Part of your mission is to show that you can be just a regular person, make all kinds of mistakes, enjoy life to the fullest, and be a great channel and minister of light." Even the gurus had other gurus they looked up to. And then Divine Mother said to me, except for Babaji. Babaji is pretty happy just being in the cosmos and happy with who and how he is. And then I heard this voice say, "You may have this spiritual gift and not know it." And I'm going to talk more about the spiritual gift, and I'm going to show you how Babaji comes into this. So I had been talking about Babaji, and so I decided to just ask him a question. And I asked, well, Babaji, how do people tune into you? To me, it seems like you're freely roaming the cosmos and having a great time in the energy vortex that is the Himalayas, or Himalayas, as some people say. Remember, I'm reading this. And he just comes in and answers me. And he says, "People who devote time to me get my attention. You have heard the saying, where attention goes, energy flows. Well, when a devotee or anyone sends a lot of attention, especially sent with love, it gets our attention." He's starting to talk about all the high beings of light. "And we're converted, and we are connected to that person. This works with any..." He's giving us a little warning here. I'm going to be making comments as we go along. "This works with any being in the cosmos. If you pay a lot of attention and energy to a dark energy, talking about them constantly, well, guess what? They're going to look to see who is paying them attention. And have you ever known someone that's always talking about the dark side? Run, because they're stirring up a lot of unwanted attention." So then I asked Babaji another question. I said, well, why do more people in India seem to connect to you than in other parts of the world. And he says, because in India I am legend. People hear of me from an early age. Well, he's given me a message right now. Because there are many, many revered fathers, Babaji, in India. And I said, well, I know you're this one and you're an avatar. And what about all the others? And he says, we're all connected. It's like source. We are streams. And we carried this title of Babaji. And it is said that when you say with reverence the name Babaji, that you will experience an immediate spiritual blessing. Just as I'm saying with reverence, Babaji, I'm feeling a wonderful sense of divine bliss. I invite you to do so as well. So you can't say there's only one Babaji. There are many streams of Babaji, each having their own dispensation and job to do. Another thing about avatars, for instance, as the Christ and many great prophets, they come for a very short time, they do their mission, and then they leave. Babaji stays in the cosmos. He promised his sister that he wouldn't vacate his earthly or cosmic form for good. So he still appears and reappears. So let me finish with the message. This is Babaji speaking, and this is what I wrote down. If he pops in and gives me something else, I'll let you know. Many people believe that only the most devoted can have contact with me. The reason some finally do contact me is that they finally feel worthy. I'm going to stop here. He's asking me to do some commentaries because you're already worthy. You were born holy. You were born worthy. And it's only teaching that you have to be so devoted. And you're going to see how this all plays out in just a little bit. And so they finally feel worthy. And so they drop their guard and allow me to reciprocate the accumulated attention and love energy that they have been sending me. And then I say, well, Babaji, why is it so effortless for me to connect with you? I barely thought of you when you came to me. And he responds like this. You are what we call an open channel. You are accustomed to being a mouthpiece for many beings of light. You don't care who it is as long as the message is uplifting and passes inspection of the Divine Mother. I am, like to use the word working for because it's not work. I am here to bring that divine, feminine, nurturing essence through the messages. And so, even though I do channel many beings of light, they have to go through Mother God first. Got to make sure it's a message that's going to do you some good, be uplifting. So, I love this that Babaji said, okay. That means he knows me. Also, we delight in the little crush you have on Sri Yukteswar. Sri Yukteswar was the guru of Yogananda. He was quite stern, and when I saw his picture, my heart just leapt within my chest. I love him. And if he was here on earth, he probably wouldn't like me at all because I'm dancing and frolicking and lighthearted, and he was all strict. But I'm just so attracted to him, even though he's on the other side. Anyway, so Babaji continues. Sri Yukteswar actually gave me a little nudge and asked me to connect with you because you're open and not prejudiced to any religion or faith. You are a charming associate to bring more uplifting anthems to all. We love your insight about how being an uplifter is the greatest gift of all. Please share that message often. Yours and all the cosmos, Babaji. Now, I'm going to share the message that he loves so much. I actually made a video about this a couple days ago because so many of us feel that we don't really have any spiritual gifts, that we weren't born psychic, that we haven't suffered enough, yada, yada, yada. And without realizing it, you already have the capability. You could already be doing this and not realizing it's a spiritual gift. But the practice of being an uplifter is absolutely the most powerful spiritual gift that you could ever, ever, ever have. Why are we here? To be of service to others, to the universe, to the divine, to ourselves. And it's so effortless to make someone stay, to open the door for a stranger, to look into the eyes of a stranger and smile. When you notice something about a person, speak it forth. What a beautiful smile you have. Your hair looks wonderful today. You seem like you have such a sweet spirit. Whatever it is, and it's better, it's really good if it's just a stranger. If you can get up in the morning and just be asking the universe, who can I be in service to today? How can I be an uplifter? And you might say, well, Rebecca, I'm not that happy myself. I don't feel like being an uplifter. But when you move into that stance, when you take that knowing that everyone will be uplifted, just start doing it. Your energy's going to shift. Your physicality will shift. Just giving a big, wonderful smile. Like, See, you might start off just kind of fake, but when you just feel that light going out from your heart, you're gonna love it. Now here's what I would like for you to do while you're here. If you like this kind of information, subscribe to this channel. Leave a comment below. You can leave it for Babaji, Sri Yukteswar, Lahiri, Mahasaya. And if they ask me, I'll respond with a message. And please, I'm no guru, I'm just a normal, but I do practice the gift of being an uplifter. And I'm going to have a link below because I've created a PDF of how to develop this gift of being an uplifter, and Babaji is clapping. That's the greatest thing you can be. The greatest way you can give good vibrations to the planet. So there'll be a link below. You just click on the link and go. You don't have to sign up for my newsletter. Just get the PDF and start practicing. I would like to thank my friends Babaji, Lahiri, Mahasaya, and my crush, my heart's flame, Sri Yukteswar, all the divine beings of light. And I thank you for tuning in. This is Rebecca, and I look forward to bringing you another video soon.